Women protest arrest of district head residents over killing of Fulani leader in Plateau State. Federal government and Zamfara State governor trade words over abduction of university students. NCDC records 10 deaths, 210 new suspected cases of cholera. And away from Nigeria, US and Kenya sign defense deal ahead of possible Haiti mission. These are the headlines on Trust News Update. I am Ayuba Ilya. Thanks for joining. Well, hundreds of women on Tuesday morning in Panyam community of Mangu local government area of Plateau State have blocked the Jos-Shendem highway to protest the arrest of the district head and some residents of the area over the killing of the Fulani leader of the area, Adamu Idris. Adamu Idris was killed by yet-to-be-identified criminals on Saturday while he was returning from a visit to the district head of the area. The women who blocked the road on Tuesday morning are protesting against the arrest of members of the community by personnel of the Operation Safe Haven, a security task force maintaining peace in the state. The protesting women are calling for the release of the arrested residents. Hundreds of vehicles are stranded on the road, with some making a U-turn to the direction they were coming from. Meanwhile, the leadership of the Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria, MACBAN, in Plateau State has explained how a Fulani leader of Panyam district in Mangu local government area of the state, Adamu Idris Gabbodo, was killed on Saturday evening in the area. The deceased, who died at the age of 70, was prior to his demise the leader of the Fulani in Panyam. Ado Musa reports.
There has been series of clashes mostly between farming communities and pastoralists in villages of Mangu local government area where hundreds of people were killed. But recently, the area has been witnessing a gradual return of peace in some of the affected communities following the effort of security personnel to restore peace and harmony between the warring parties. However, the killing of the Fulani leader of Panyam on Saturday evening has led to a widespread condemnations from different quarters in view of the fact that there have been relative peace in the area. The leadership of MACBAN in the state, while condemning the incident, explains how the Ardo of Panyam was killed.
September 2023 evening, when he visited the district head of Panyam from his refugee camp in Bauchi State with the aim of discussing peace process in the area. While with his brother in Mangu, he called the district head of Panyam and informed him that he is around. But while he arrived, he first visited the Sarkin Hausawa, after which he went to the district head palace, and from there the district head of palace was not there, and he came out to come back to Mangu, where he was attacked by some hoodlums, killed there and which up to today the dead body is not recovered.
The chairman of the group called on their members to remain calm as security agencies are on top of the situation, and called on the security personnel to intensify effort to recover the body of the deceased.
We are using this opportunity, this platform, to invite our people to peace processes. We are doing everything possible to see we recover the dead body of the Ardo and give him a befitting burial of Islamic rites, and after which we are calling on especially the youths. They should calm down and give us the benefit of doubt, because the security are up and doing in the recovery of the dead body, and they vote that they will do everything possible to fish out the culprits and bring them to book.
Operation Safe Haven, a security task force in the state, has said efforts are being made to get the perpetrators of the dastardly act arrested and bring them to book. Meanwhile, the council chairman of Mangu, Marcus Atu, has condemned the killing and asked the security agencies to ensure that the culprits face the full weight of the law. Ado Musa, Trust TV News, Jos.
Still on security matters, Zamfara State Governor Dauda Lawal says the federal government agents that are carrying out secret negotiations with bandits are the ones politicizing insecurity and not the Zamfara State government. Governor Lawal said this on Tuesday while replying the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, who had on Monday in a statement accused Zamfara government of politicizing insecurity and the abduction of female students of the Federal University Gusau. He maintained that Zamfara State government has enough facts to expose the agents of the federal government behind the secret negotiation with bandits. This followed a request for clarification by Governor Lawal over a secret dialogue with bandits orchestrated by agents of the federal government. A statement by the spokesperson to the governor, Suleiman Idris, revealed that the state government is in possession of hard evidence exposing some federal government agents involved in the negotiations with bandits in Zamfara. Now, days after the abduction of several students of the Federal University Gusau by a gang of bandits, the actual number of the abductees is yet to be established by the management of the institution and other authorities concerned. According to locals, the armed bandits on September 19 attacked 4 private female hostels on the university and abducted dozens of students. The report.
The bandits stormed Sabangida, a village within the university community that is hosting students in private hostels, and operated for several hours before they abducted their victims. A resident of Sabangida, whose house was first attacked by the bandits, said the bandits fired gunshots sporadically before they embarked on a hostel-to-hostel search for students.
We are appealing to relevant authorities to help students through improved security, because this place we are residing is not fenced and hostels are not enough. This is why it became necessary for us to rent apartments from outside. With these kinds of horrible things happening to people are living in fear. This house alone has at least over 100 people inside, with both male and female occupants. Yet nobody has peace of mind because it is a private compound.
Over 50 people, including students, local iron vendors, and locals, were kidnapped by the bandits during the operation that lasted for several hours. The bandits, numbering about 200, were said to have kept their motorcycles in Biabiki village and trekked to the institution for the operation. They were also said to have arrived at the university around 11 a.m. and operated till 3 a.m.
What happened to us is very unfortunate because they are students like us. We read together with them while in school, so we really feel sad that out of the blues, this happened to them.
This is the third time the bandits are abducting students at the university since its establishment, as 2 students were abducted at the first instance, while 5 others were kidnapped during the second incident. The institution has been operating without perimeter fence, thereby making the school prone to attacks from outside. There is also no provision of hostels within the institution, hence the students relied on private hostels around the university for their accommodation. Some students who lamented about the vulnerability of the institution called on the government and the university authority to consider their plight by providing a befitting fence.
We started hearing sporadic shootings between the hours of 11 a.m. to 12 a.m. till around 3 a.m. The shootings continued until morning, where we heard that some of our female students were abducted.
Lack of adequate security around the university is also being considered as one of the contributing factors to the persistent attack on the institution. Although students, parents, and the management of the institution are still mourning the abduction of the female students, academic activities are however going on at the institution. Until the government, in collaboration with the management of the institution, provides adequate security at the university, many students may desert the institution for fear of being kidnapped.
The Adamawa State Jail Delivery Committee has discharged a total number of 512 out of 2,060 inmates awaiting trial, as well as those convicted and serving various jail terms at 7 correctional centers. The benefiting inmates were among those convicted and serving their jail terms, as well as those awaiting trial at Yolde Party, Yola Old, Jamaica, Maiha, Mubi, Hong, and Dumne correctional centers in the state. Addressing beneficiaries shortly after the exercise at 7 correctional centers, the chairman of the committee, who is also the state chief judge, Justice Habsat Abdurrahman, warned the beneficiaries not to go back to the society and commit crimes again. In his remarks, the controller of corrections, Adamawa State, Ahmed Abdul Usman, commended the chief judge and her committee for a job well done and congratulated the beneficiaries. Responding, some of the beneficiaries thanked the CJ and her committee for granting them freedom and promised to be of good behavior in their various communities. Officials of the Seme Command of the Nigeria Customs Service have attested two yet to be identified persons an attempt to smuggle 6.89 million naira worth of Africa parrots, hawk and green parrots to Benin Republic. An impeccable source said that the birds were found hidden in a luxurious bus from Kaduna, which was heading to Benin Republic. Confirming the seizures on Monday night, the Customs Area Controller, Seme Area Command, Timi Bomodi, said that the recovery was made on September 25 around 4 a.m. by officers and men of the command who were on patrol along Seme Badagry Expressway. Bomodi condemned the act, insisting that the trade in endangered wildlife contravenes the Convention on International Trade on Endangered Species on Wild Fauna and Flora, which, according to him, is an international agreement between governments of which Nigeria is a signatory. Some residents of Yenagoa, the Bayelsa State capital, have called on the state government to provide relief materials and security during the food season. They made the call when Friday Ebimboe Peter went round the Yenagoa metropolis on a tour to ascertain the level of residents' preparedness in the event of flooding.
A resident in Ovom Yenagoa, David Kuroru, urged government to provide security in order to safeguard the flood-affected areas and prevent hoodlums from getting access to their property. He, however, called on the government to share relief materials from door to door to avoid previous occurrence where the flood victims didn't get the material.
Then the people that will stay, they normally use canoe to come and stay their house, to go out and get something and come back to their home. Sometimes when we go out and leave our properties, these boys will come into our houses and pack our things. For now, most of our things is inside the ceiling now. As I'm talking to you, we put them inside the ceiling. Then maybe where we can sleep till the following morning, we arrange those certain places above the window level. If 2 persons come to attack you, one person cannot fight those people. But once they notice that security is coming to this place always, they will not attempt to come and do you anything. So they should come in. They will see people that are living inside their house. It's better for them to donate to them personally.
Tona Timibi and AB Moses highlighted how they have channeled their little resources, which would have been used for their personal upkeep, into buying of wood to create a wooden platform to put their belongings above the previous water level.
Look around, flood is already in the front of my house, though it hasn't gotten into my house. Talking about the preparation, as usual, like last year and other years, already I've gotten boards and 2x tray, which I will use to do a pavement where I will drop my properties.
Like these 2 days, one big cobra come outside here, where one boy go knock am. Now so snake them, different type of snake them, they come worry us. I don't know how I could take prepare them. So now we go still there for a year till the flood will go into. So we need the government to help us. I don't get money to go rent house. If more guy will not get to go student parent 8 students. So when you won't go rent house, then we still call big money. So we need help from government. We need food. We need money from government. May government help us.
Odobade Kora Uru, who was seen with tools carrying out carpentry work in his house to avoid water from destroying his properties, said he will not pack out of his house no matter the level of the flood.
They try to deck the places where I go put my food in case of the flood. Like last year we suffered. We will deck the first, water come, deck the second. So I don't take the range of last year. Now the work they do as Gary and other things, cloth not go wet. So I deck them in case if you come, I could just pack them up. Why I not go come out? 2 years ago, the water reach like this. We see person they carry cutlass. All these rooms where people come out, they begin tear them. they collect TV and every other thing. My property, I now get where to go keep them. So anytime we will tackle that, I go detect even last time we prepare, say if that's still I go here, I know they come out. My children say plenty pass the one way I go come out.
At the monitoring exercise, it was observed that the flood is rising heavily in the Yenagoa metropolis, although it hasn't gotten into houses except when there is a heavy downpour. And I am Friday, Ebimobowe Peter, Frost TV News, Yenagoa.
The Independent National Electoral Commission is set to conduct a mock accreditation for the forthcoming governorship elections in Bayelsa, Imo, and Kogi State. A statement by INEC National Commissioner and Chairman, Information and Voter Education Committee, Sam Olumeku, said that the test run will take place simultaneously in the 3 states on Saturday, 14th of October 2023 from 8:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. The Commission explained that the mock accreditation will be conducted using the Bimodal Voter Accreditation System, BVAS, and upload of polling unit results to the INEC Result Viewing Portal, IREV. According to the statement, full details of the polling units, including their locations by local government area, registration area, ward, delimitation, code, and number of registered voters, have been uploaded to the INEC's website and social media platforms. You're watching the news update on Trust TV. Coming up shortly, we inquire, when will the Kaduna-Kano rail project be completed? Details and more after the break.
Sounds like you're disappointed with the current lot.
We are outside, me and you, regardless. We could have done better.
That you don't have to sacrifice your conviction. We cannot settle for what is bad.
I sacked a governor because of misappropriating 300,000 naira.
The clamor by the NCSC was a unitary form of government. This doesn't go well with Savannah. So when we said we wanted self-government for Nigeria in 96, so you count me out.
What you call goal, aims and directives. But the issue of joining politics simply because you want to be given job or to be given contract.
Removing the assumptions, the foundations of their views, and at the end of it, each and every one of them seems disappointed.
I was posted to Guachuku. My job was to go from community to community, educating the people how to improve themselves. Government will come to help you.
Welcome back. This is the news update on Trust TV. Here's a look at the top stories. Women protest arrest of district head residents over killing of Fulani leader in Plateau State. Federal government and Zamfara State governor trade words over abduction of university students. Elsewhere, the Nigeria Center for Disease and Prevention Control, NCDC, has registered 210 new suspected cases of cholera infections and 10 suspected deaths across 8 states of the Federation from July 31 to August this year. The NCDC stated this via its official website in its latest monthly situation report, on cholera, covering epidemiological weeks 31 to 34. According to the NCDC, the suspected cases and deaths of cholera in 2023 have decreased by 63 and 67% compared to what was reported at epidemiological week 34 in 2022. It said that on August 27, the country registered 84 suspected deaths and 2,860 suspected cases across 25 states, representing a case fatality ratio of 2.9%. In 8 states that reported 210 suspected cases, Zamfara in Northwest topped the infection chart with 190 cases, followed by Kano and Belsa with 7 and 5 cases, NCDC said. Also, Bauchi, Niger, and Borno states reported 2 cases each, followed by Gombe and Adamawa state with a single case each. The federal government has failed to meet up with its June 30th, 2023 deadline for the completion of the Kano-Kaduna rail line project, which is expected to expand the northwest extension of Abuja-Kaduna Railway. The project, which was flagged off by the immediate past administration of Muhammadu Buhari in July 2021 and commenced on April 14, 2022, has faced delays, with sources saying that it may linger till 2024. Salim Umar Ibrahim, who was at the project site, filed in this report.
Flagged off by the immediate past administration of Muhammadu Buhari in July 2021 and commenced on April 14, 2022, the project has faced delays, with sources saying the project may linger till 2024. However, findings reveal that the project has faced delays caused by security challenges along the axis, while the impact of removal of fuel subsidy had led to the withdrawal of vehicles used in the project in May, according to sources. With a length of 200.11 kilometers and an expected speed limit of 150 kilometers per hour, according to the project profile, the modern railway project is being constructed by the Chinese company China Civil Engineering Construction Corporation Limited at the cost of $1.2 billion. The project is being executed purposely to facilitate expansion of the northwest extension of Abuja-Kaduna Railway and strengthen the link between the cities and other areas, while expected to promote the export of agricultural products and other mineral resources, as well as facilitate the mass movement of passengers, particularly middle-class income earners. While concerned authorities cannot be reached, experts have expressed optimism but said the fate of such a project may hang in the balance due to the change of government.
It's a very, very vital, very important transport project for carrying of both passenger and industrial goods, which is single and non to the development of any nation, and in Nigeria in particular.
If you have rail line linking from, like from Lagos up to Kaduna, Kano, Katsina to Maradi, so it means from Maradi it will also extend down to other countries. So the greatest opportunity here is some of the products that people are importing through the port of Lagos. They can now see, maybe in the near future, begin to see the opportunity and even cost effectiveness for bringing it through the other countries, of the African, especially North Africa.
A railway project is very important to economic development. Apart from transporting people and industrial goods, of course, there are other things that it saves our roads. Like Prof just mentioned that there is a very huge population plying that route, maybe between Kano and Kaduna. And of course, the transportation of goods and services, particularly heavy metals and other heavy goods that ply that road. With the railway, actually there will be, maybe we save our roads from maybe dilapidation over a short period of time. And that remains a huge advantage because that will save money, government, a lot of money for rehabilitating our roads. And particularly now that the Kaduna Kano Road is being on rehabilitation for over 4 or 5 years now.
The rail line will link the Kano-Zaria Road and proceeds to the Tashariari axis, which is expected to host the biggest stations before linking to Zaria train station and then proceed to Rigasa train station in Kaduna State. Salim Umar Ibrahim, reporting for Trust TV.
The federal government has declared Wednesday, 27th of September 2023 as a public holiday. According to the Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji-Ojo, this is to commemorate the Eid al-Mawlud celebration, which is the birth of the Holy Prophet Muhammad. While making the declaration in Abuja on Monday, he congratulated all Muslim faithful both at home and in the diaspora for this year's occasion. He admonished Nigerians to imbibe the spirit of love, patience, tolerance, and perseverance, which are deeply spiritual virtues that the Holy Prophet Muhammad exemplified. Away from Nigeria, the United States and Kenya have signed a defense agreement that will see the East African nation get resources and support for security deployment, as it has volunteered to lead an international mission to violence-plagued Haiti. U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin and Kenya's Defense Minister Aden Duale signed the accord on Monday at a meeting in the Kenyan capital, Nairobi, guiding the country's defense relations for the next 5 years. The U.S. Defense Chief underscored Kenya's role in the fight against Al-Shabaab, an armed group affiliated with Al-Qaeda that is active in East Africa. And that wraps up the news update. You can watch more via all our social media platforms and also on our YouTube live stream. I am Ayuba Ilya. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.